I find myself bound by a similar vow of silence, unable to reveal the true names of either the location or the enterprise at the heart of our tale. This narrative unfolds within the walls of a company renowned for its vast networks and intricate web of data, a titan in the tech industry, though its exact identity must remain obscured. I joined this enigmatic organization roughly half a decade ago, taking on the role of an operations coordinator, a title that thinly veiled my actual day-to-day duties, akin to those of an administrative assistant. Stationed at the bustling front desk of their modernist headquarters, I was the first point of contact for visitors, couriers, and technicians alike. My responsibilities extended beyond the lobby, however, as I also provided support to the array of executives who commanded the company from their glass-walled offices on the 14th floor. Organizing their calendars, coordinating their meals, and managing their miscellaneous needs was part of my daily routine. These executives were perpetually preoccupied, prone to misplacing personal items, smartphones, briefcases, spectacles. I would collect these lost artifacts, storing them in a desk drawer until I could deduce their rightful owners. This aspect of my job, though minor, often left me feeling diminished. The position was fraught with stress, yet the compensation and benefits, including crucial health insurance, kept me tethered to the job. As a sole caregiver to my son, Lucas, who was entering his teenage years at the time, the stakes were particularly high. Balancing work and parenthood, especially when unexpected challenges like car troubles arose, was a delicate dance. Eventually, my tardiness caught up with me, presenting a stark ultimatum: accept the graveyard shift or face termination. Reluctantly, I chose the former, comforted slightly by the concession that Lucas could accompany me, provided he remained inconspicuous and quiet. Our nights were spent in a compact office space repurposed into a makeshift study and sleeping area for Lucas. When the building was empty, we'd share stories of our ancestral home, a far cry from the cold, echoing corridors of the tech giant's headquarters. Adapting to the nocturnal schedule allowed me to pursue further education online, inching closer to a degree that promised a brighter future. Yet the solitude of the office at night was unnerving, with the building's mechanical groans and the eerie flicker of lights setting a backdrop for a feeling of persistent unease. One particular evening, a disturbance from the lift shaft sent a shiver down our spines, a cacophony of sounds that seemed to signal desperation. Approaching the source with a feigned bravery, I was relieved when the noise ceased abruptly, leaving no evidence of its cause. Lucas, ever stoic, showed little fear, but the incident marked the beginning of a series of harrowing events. The discovery of an executive's body the following day set in motion a chain of deaths, each more mysterious and unsettling than the last. Despite exhaustive investigations, no tangible cause or culprit was identified, giving rise to wild speculations and fears among the staff. As the deaths continued, a chilling pattern emerged. Each victim appeared to have suffered from a severe and acute reaction, reminiscent of exposure to a lethal substance. Yet, no trace of such a hazard was found within the building. Amidst this turmoil, I encountered phenomena that defied explanation, from phantom whispers to a grotesque apparition that vanished as suddenly as it appeared. These experiences left me fraught with terror, yet bound by necessity to continue working. The unraveling mystery eventually led to a revelation that tied the tragic events to a past marred by corporate negligence and a devastating environmental disaster. In a dramatic turn, the sins of the past were exposed, bringing about the downfall of the once untouchable tech behemoth. As the company's legacy crumbled, a personal discovery would shake the very foundation of my understanding. Within my own home, I uncovered evidence of a deeply ingrained cultural tradition, wielded by Lucas with devastating effect. Confronted with the reality of his actions, we shared a moment of raw emotional clarity. The weight of his choices, driven by a sense of ancestral justice, hung between us, a testament to the complexity of morality, vengeance, and survival. As the tech giant that had once seemed invincible crumbled under the weight of its own misdeeds, Lucas and I found ourselves navigating a new reality, one marked by the absence of the oppressive shadow of the corporation. In the days that followed, our existence took on a quieter cadence. The building that had been the stage for such haunting occurrences was now just a hollow shell, its secrets sealed away with the sale and subsequent abandonment. Yet the echoes of those dark nights lingered, a somber reminder of the cost of unchecked ambition and the power of retribution rooted in ancient customs. Lucas, now more a partner than dependent, shared the weight of our shared experience with a maturity that belied his years. Our conversations, once filled with tales of our ancestral homeland, took on a new depth, exploring themes of justice, forgiveness, and the cyclical nature of history. The knowledge of what had transpired between those walls and Lucas's role in it wove a complex tapestry of emotions within me. Pride in his strength, sorrow for his lost innocence, and an unwavering resolve to protect him from the repercussions of a world that might not understand. As we moved forward, the significance of our actions and their consequences became a silent undercurrent to our daily lives. The company's demise had not gone unnoticed, and the story of its downfall, fueled by the revelation of its executives' fatal greed and negligence, rippled through our community and beyond. The victims of the disaster, long silenced by corporate might and legal maneuverings, found a measure of justice in the redistribution of the company's assets. Yet for Lucas and me, the victory was bittersweet, tempered by the knowledge of the darkness we had summoned to achieve it. In the wake of these events, my pursuit of further education took on a new urgency. Empowered by the knowledge gained from my online courses, I sought to build a new career, one that would allow us to leave the shadows of the past behind. The degree I had worked so hard to attain became a beacon of hope, a promise of new beginnings, and the chance to forge a path marked by integrity and purpose. Lucas, too, found his own way to process our journey. His resilience, a testament to the strength of our roots and the lessons of our ancestors, guided him toward his own pursuits of knowledge and understanding. Together, we embarked on a journey of healing, using the wisdom of our past to navigate the uncertainties of the future. As we stood on the threshold of this new chapter, I realized that the true legacy of our experience was not one of vengeance or fear, but of the unbreakable bond between a mother and her son. In the face of darkness, we had found a way to wield the light of our heritage, not as a weapon, but as a shield. Our story, veiled in the mists of unnamed places and untold secrets, is a testament to the enduring power of family, the complexities of justice, and the indomitable spirit of those who seek to right the wrongs of the past. Though the name of our homeland remains unspoken, its essence courses through our veins, a silent guardian guiding us toward a future where the mistakes of the past are not doomed to be repeated. In the quiet moments, as we built our new lives from the ashes of the old, I found solace in the knowledge that, despite the darkness we had faced, we emerged not broken, but stronger. Bound by love, tradition, and the unspoken names of our past, Lucas and I stepped into the light of a new day, ready to face whatever challenges it might bring. together. As Lucas and I ventured into our new life, the world around us seemed to slowly regain its equilibrium. The scars of our past experiences with the corporate colossus became less raw, blending into the tapestry of our history. Our days were filled with the routine of work and study, each moment a step away from the shadows that had once seemed to engulf us. Yet, as is often the case, the past has a peculiar way of echoing into the present, its whispers too faint to ignore. One evening, as autumn painted the leaves with fiery hues, a knock at our door shattered the tranquility of our home. Standing on our threshold was a figure from my past, a former colleague whose face bore the marks of time and unspoken burdens. Her eyes, filled with a mix of fear and desperation, held mine as she pleaded for my help. The company, though dismantled, had left behind a legacy more complex and far-reaching than I had imagined. She spoke of a group of former employees, survivors of the company's ruthless practices, who had banded together in search of answers. They believed that the secrets buried within the walls of the abandoned headquarters held the key to understanding not only the tragic events that led to the company's downfall, but also hints of a project so groundbreaking it could redefine the boundaries of science and technology. Their quest, however, had led them to a discovery far more sinister than corporate malfeasance. As she unfolded the tale, my mind raced back to those eerie nights at the office, the unexplainable occurrences, the feeling of being watched, the shadows that seemed to move of their own accord. The realization hit me with the force of a physical blow. Had Lucas and I unwittingly unleashed something far more dangerous than the ghosts of past injustices? My former colleague's next words confirmed my fears. In their search, the group had encountered a series of inexplicable incidents, each more alarming than the last. Equipment malfunctioned without cause, data vanished from secured files, and whispers filled the empty corridors of their makeshift lab. They had come to believe that the technology the company had been developing, under the guise of its public-facing operations, was not of this world. The twist in our story, a revelation that sent chills down my spine, was the theory that the company had been experimenting with technology acquired from an unknown, possibly extraterrestrial source. This technology, capable of manipulating the very fabric of reality, had been the true cause of the disasters attributed to corporate greed and negligence. And in our quest for vengeance, Lucas and I might have inadvertently triggered its activation, setting in motion events that could have consequences beyond our comprehension. As I processed the implications, I realized the gravity of our situation. Our actions, born out of a desire for justice and retribution, had potentially exposed the world to dangers beyond our understanding. The legacy of our past, intertwined with the mystery of the company's secretive project, had placed us at the center of a narrative that stretched beyond the realm of human revenge and into the unknown. The knock at the door, a bridge between our past and present, had opened the door to a future fraught with uncertainty. Lucas and I, bound by our shared experiences and the unbreakable bond of family, now faced a new challenge: to confront the consequences of our actions and to seek a way to safeguard not just our own legacy, but that of the entire world. As the night deepened and our visitor shared her story, I understood that our journey was far from over. The twist in our tale had transformed us from avengers of past wrongs into guardians of a future we could barely comprehend. In the silence of our home, Lucas and I exchanged a glance, a silent acknowledgement of the road ahead. Our story, veiled in secrecy and marked by the echoes of unnamed places, had taken a turn into the unknown. And as we stepped forward, hand in hand, into the darkness that lay ahead. We did so with the resolve that whatever the future held, we would face it together, as a family, forever changed by the legacy of the past and the weight of the responsibilities now resting on our shoulders. Thank you for listening to my channel. Hope you will subscribe and leave a like.